Hello, my name is Michael Salmon and welcome to another episode of Late to the Party. And well. What an interesting turn of events the last 11 days has taken since that brutal murder of George Floyd.
Shut up. They will kill me, man.
Now, it seems like every other day, a new angle or a new twist or a new set of events is happening, right? With the protesting, right? And it's kind of exposing, in my opinion, it's exposing different motives and methods coming from different people, And in these methods that other people have or that certain groups of people have, it seems to be very destructive, And my concern, or not just my concern, but the concern for many black people is that these other protesters out there who are coattailing off the George Floyd protest, are doing what they do, right, knowing full well that they can come in, destroy this, that, and the other, cause disruption and and then dip out.
I want you to know this is not. Don't police people's way of expressing themselves. This is not a black woman who's putting Black Lives Matter. I just want you to know.
And who's going to be left holding the bag? You guessed right, the black community, right? So my first question is this, right? Talk about America being on fire.
A curfew couldn't keep protesters in Minneapolis at home. Fires on the streets of a city in its fourth night of unrest. And across America, solidarity turned into aggression.
Who's lighting these fires? Right? Now, like I said, we all know the fuel for the protesting, is down to the murder of George Floyd.
You gonna let him kill that man in front of you, bro? Huh?
Right. And what is being said is that the whole protesting thing now has become more than George Floyd. And this is no disrespect to George and his death and to his family or anything like that. But what's happened now is that the protesting from black people as a community is bigger than just what happened to George. It's starting to represent for all black people from since when that have underfaced police brutality and injustice. And that's the main premise behind the protesting.
The fate of these officers won't just matter to George Floyd's family. Many in America are appalled by the sight of another black man dying at the hands of the police.
So some ask, could all of this have been avoided? And they're asking this question as in, if the police district or whatever had just literally, once the murder had come in or once the videos had come out with that Derek guy kneeling on his neck, as we all know what happened, if the police had just arrested him, charged him, booked him and thrown him in jail straight away, would we be in the situation we're in now?
You know, cops are killing people, they're using violence, and they're getting away with it. You know, there just seems to be this code amongst cops that they don't get arrested, they don't get charged, they don't go to jail.
And in my opinion, I would say, maybe not today, but it wouldn't take long. I feel that it was inevitable. What's happening now was inevitable.
That is the sound of inevitability.
It was going to happen anyway. So if it wasn't George Floyd, it was going to be somebody else, maybe a week from now, maybe 2 weeks from now, maybe a month from now, 6 months from now. But what's happening now has always been on the cards.
Enough is enough! I have had it with these motherfucking snakes!
Now, since the protests have started, what I've noticed, is that you have a number of different groups of people, right? You have the genuine protesters who are all about the injustice, and the police and the excess force and the brutality of the police, right?
Well, easily a few thousand people have turned out today to protest and rally in honor of George Floyd.
I'm grateful, and I think a lot of people are grateful for all the solidarity that many people are showing, right? And those who have shown true empathy, yeah, towards the black plight in America. You know, from those in Germany.
I think they've been silent for too long. I do not condone what is going on in terms of the violence. There should be a peaceful way, and this is what we're doing in Berlin.
Yeah, some down in, I see reports of people down in New Zealand and Australia and, you know what I mean, across Europe, even here in Britain, yeah, Black Lives Matter, people coming out and saying, you know what, right, we even though they might not personally experience what black Americans are going through, you know, it's kind of like good to see that they are genuine, and I say genuine people out there who are supporting the black plight in America because they've seen the injustice and they can't deny it. Yeah, and for a lot of those people, I think that it's like prior to the George Floyd murder, what it is that they've heard about these things, but it's until they actually saw it in true color, they were like, raw, all right. You know, all those stories that we heard before weren't just hearsays and perspectives and they weren't lying.
Racism or prejudice in your life. White people look around.
But unfortunately, there are, what I would say, too many people, or maybe it's just that there are too many people getting attention for committing what I would call fuckery and coattailing of the situation for their own benefits, yeah?
The voices of peaceful protest are being hijacked by violent radical elements.
Investigators are pointing to white supremacist organizations and far left-wing extremist groups as being responsible for some of the violence. There has been widespread looting and arson. And
one of those other groups I would say is, I'm not sure if it's Antifa, but I would say that it's Antifa because it fits their MO, as people would say. And examples of that would be those people going around smashing shop windows. Setting police cars on fire. Yeah, throwing bricks at police and burning down this, that and the other. Yeah, writing graffiti on the walls and stuff like that. When you watch the videos and you see the clips, now mainstream media won't show you this, yeah, because that's not on their agenda, right? But when you see social media, and this is one thing I do like about social media, yeah, right, is that they're the soldiers on the ground, the people that record it with their phones and sending it to certain outlets and whatever. These are the people on the ground. This is what you're seeing for real, yeah? And you can watch these videos and you see, right, okay, then what's he up to? This guy here is setting fire, this guy here is blatantly trying to set fire to a building, yeah? What's he on about? What's that got to do with brutality? What is he doing and why is he doing that? Yeah? And for me, I think they're doing it for shits and giggles, or maybe they're doing it because they want to see things burn. Maybe they're just doing it because they were bored for the last 6 weeks in the house. And again, in their nature to be violent and to be destructive, they see this is a golden opportunity to go out there and commit their fuckery. Yeah, and that's the Antifa crowd, right? Then you've got the looters.
This auto parts center nearly picked clean.
Another store looted, people going in, people coming out with arms full of goods, and police nowhere in sight.
Looters scampering down the street with arms full.
Within this group now, right, what makes me laugh, yeah, is how the mainstream media portray these looters, yeah? Because from what I've seen from social media side of the game, right, the majority of people that are doing the looting are white, yeah? Ain't black people. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that ain't black people doing it, yeah? But there's a significant number of white people committing looting crimes, yeah, in comparison to black people, yeah? And how the mainstream media are twisting this and committing their fuckery, yeah, is because I'm a man, I know how to edit. Yeah, I'm a videographer. I've been doing videos, making videos for years. Yeah, and I know that from a slight edit, you can tell a wicked story from an edit, right? So you could be there with a camera for 10 minutes filming outside of a shop and see 50 white people walk into the shop, rob the shop, yeah, and then coming up to the end, you maybe see like 10 black people walking after them, yeah? And you can edit out the 10 white people, or the 50 white people, and leave in the 10 and make the story about how black people are robbing the shops. That's easily done. And I think most people are smart enough to know that already.
Rioters smashed windows all along Broadway, Spring and West Broadway, high-end stores like Gucci, Versace.
But what I don't like about the mainstream media and this whole looting thing, yeah, is the whole idea that, look, for example, listen to this video here.
It is incredible to see in a unfortunate way. I can only hope that this person isn't stealing and that maybe they are an employee. But
this woman is clearly walking out of the shop, yeah, with garms in her hand, and listen to how they were telling her, I hope she's an employee. No, she's robbing the shop. The woman with the cake.
It sounds like from your experience, you see someone actually walking away with a cheesecake there after the Cheesecake Factory was looted. Unclear where they may have gotten that, but
again, I don't know if she didn't buy the cake price. No. She's just robbed the shop. You've stated that the shop got looted. She's walking out with a cake in her hand. She is a part of the looting. Yeah. But yet, when black people, you see 2 or 3 black people come out of the shop and, oh gosh, they're at it again. Look at them looting. Look at them destroying the community. Look at them da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
There have been some incidents of looting out there, Drew.
Then we have finally, in my opinion, is the fake, what I call it is the white supremacist fakers, yeah? And these groups of people now, these are the dangerous ones for black people, yeah? These are the ones who are out there with the guns and their weapons, right? Who are claiming that they're out here in support of the crime, or in support of the injustice. But really and truly their motive is they see an opportunity where they can lash out or lash off at black people and get away with it.
Look at this!
Why did you get my car?
You call yourself an American?
Yes, I'm American. All lives matter.
That's right, but they won't matter until we're... Don't you dare! This is his car! This is his car! What the
You see these guys walking around with the AR-15s and stuff, standing outside the Taco Bell or whatever the shop's called, right, talking about, yeah, we're here, just supporting the and we want to defend the shop owners. Right, now they go and stand outside a white shop and wait for a bunch of black people to come and then start shooting at the black people. Now they haven't done it yet, right? But it won't be long, and you know that's what their MO is. You know that's what their motive is, yeah. That's you'd be blind not to see that, absolutely blind, right? And then so you've got who have I mentioned? So you got your anarchists, your opportunist looters, and then your fake white supremacists, yeah. And like I said, throughout all of this, the mainstream media is the biggest enemy, yeah? Because too many people still rely on the mainstream media for their news, yeah? And I'm saying that you need to start going outside of that, yeah? And looking for your local people like myself and people on bigger platforms than myself who do kind of like do a little bit more research and don't have this agenda that is anti-black, because all of what's happening now is about the anti-black movement that was increasing, that has been increasing for years, yeah. And now that it's come to fruition, and now that black people is like, no, right, we're not having it no more, this is the result, this is the backlash, and it's unfortunately turned violent. You know what I mean? But as I said, what happened today up until this point now is I think we still got to reach, as of this date, as in I don't know what the date is now, but as of me making this video, I still think that the pinnacle has been reached, yeah, as to where this is going, because I can only see that at some point as more people speak out about the offences that white people have been committing, yeah, white people in general are going to get even more madder and turn it up a next notch. But I'm just saying that I'm not saying that as gospel. I just see that's what's going to happen in the future, or from now on, as of the making of this video. So you might see me next week or in a couple of days' time make another video talking about something else, but it's stemming off this one, right? But other than that, I'd like to know what your comments are and what you feel about these other groups that are coattailing off the cause of anti-black situation and the police brutality and the injustice against black people. Please let me know in the comments below. My name is Michael Salmon, and this is Late to the Party. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe. I'm out. Peace.